One.
Welcome everybody again to another episode of The Old Guard. It's the only podcast hosted by OGs that are dedicated to preserving the sanctity of geek culture. This is your boy Wally and Rowls, Mr. Get Off of My Lawn, joined of course by the keeper of civility and order, Rose.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And it's summertime, and it's that time of year where
Oh boy.
movies and blockbusters, tentpole movies are being released for your consumption as geek culture fans, comic book enthusiasts, and movie aficionados.
You're warming up, man.
And
It's getting hot in here.
but we're not talking about movies, but we are talking about the MCU today. And
It's always hit or miss with you on the MCU. Right?
no, it's never a hit. It's been a miss since Endgame for me, as you know, sir.
X-Men 97, that wasn't a hit?
That's not really the MCU.
Okay. I guess technically,
You know?
Right.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you
Talking
can't
about
count
this
it.
movie, Marvel's cinematic universe.
Yeah.
That doesn't have anything to do with what we've, in
I mean,
comics.
Watcher was in there. Watcher's in What If,
Yeah.
They're trying to,
Yeah, I know it.
tissue is getting
The
late.
tissue, yeah. Thing about tissue is it is used often
Oh,
to
no.
clean up boo-boo.
Okay.
The latest MCU installment.
You have to, man, hold on a second. You got to warm up, man. You
What?
have to give
I
a
am.
review. You got to.
I am. I'm leading up to what we're talking about.
Yes, but you're already throwing shade.
Well, no, this is what I've seen over the past, few years.
Okay.
Since 2018.
All right.
It's not
I'll-
been good.
I'll let you
There's
cook.
been a few, gems,
Mm-hmm.
but for the most part, it's been trash. The MCU.
Okay.
And Endgame ended with the demise of my personal favorite Avenger
Okay.
in Tony Stark's Iron Man. I didn't like how the movie ended. I hated that movie.
Yeah.
But I'm on an island on that.
So you hated the movie because
No, I didn't
Tony
hate
Stark-
it because Tony Stark
Yeah,
died.
'cause
But I was
tears
just
were shed
saddened.
for Tony.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
saddened because, I didn't want him to go.
Mhm.
But man, at least I could have enjoyed the movie leading up to his death. I didn't. So, but like I said, I'm on an island there. So that said, no more Iron Man, no more Iron Suits. The execs, at Disney, Marvel, whatever, Marvel Studios decided to just do away with Armor Wars. I was excited about that, but they were like, nah, we're not going to do Armor Wars. But we will give you this Ironheart, and that's what we're here to talk about today.
Right.
Television series. That was a long way around the world getting to what we're getting ready to talk about. But there it is. So Ironheart has been somebody that I've been looking forward to coming onto the scene and was excited to see her in Wakanda Forever.
Mhm.
And there are strong opinions about Wakanda Forever, very polarizing opinions about Wakanda Forever. Wasn't as well received by the Marvel Cinematic Universe community, for a lot of reasons, and we won't get into it. But in that movie, Riri Williams, the pilot of the Iron Man-like suit, young black female genius, created a suit. She was introduced in Wakanda Forever, right? So you saw the movie, you know who she is.
Mhm.
Even before that, when they gave her own run in the comics, I promptly went out and bought, got the comics.
So you got the second series with Eve Ewing?
Yes.
Okay.
The Eve Ewing
because the
run.
first one was with Brian Michael Bendis when he wrote.
When he introduced,
he introduced her in Invincible Iron Man.
But there wasn't like a run for her.
Correct.
I'm talking about her own
series.
Eve Ewing. Right.
Yeah.
I hated it. It was bad. It was hard.
You hated the Eve Ewing run?
I hated it.
I didn't get a chance to read it.
Yeah, don't.
Oh, wow. So I know this is not a podcast about the series, but what didn't you like about?
You know what? A lot.
Because that might have a lot to do. That might taint.
Well, you know what?
Potentially,
I think a lot of what was wrong with the TV series can be said about what was wrong with the comic book. In my mind, there was a lot of on the nose. It felt childish a little bit. No, not even a little bit. To me, right? Like this is
right.
This is all subjective.
I mean, we're 50 plus, so
yeah.
So
and
when this book,
so
so
like,
I mean, it's
so,
meant for younger audience.
It could very well be me, right? You know what I'm saying? I just know for me, I wasn't feeling it, so I didn't even finish the run because it was a hard read.
Gotcha.
The story was all over the place. It didn't feel coherent. It was I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't like it. Anyway, we're not talking.
And maybe the younger generation reads that and it's fine.
Yeah, I would like to see an opinion. You know what? I never really actually got any reviews on that run. I need to go back and look at that. I just knew for me,
it wasn't well received from the research.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
but that could be for a bunch of reasons.
Correct.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
And can we touch on that a little bit?
That's absolutely
yeah. So sure. I think the thing that really frustrates me is not giving a show a chance just based on
premeditated hate.
Yes.
If you will.
Yeah. So, Ironheart it's been documented that Ironheart just got review bombed before it even came out. Like it had low scores, all that stuff. And then as the episodes came out, like it kind of evened off, but you can tell that there's these guys out here that just think, oh, well, it's just woke and I'm just going to because Tony's not piloting the armor and it's a woman and she's black too. Like, yeah, we're going to review bomb this. Same thing happened with Acolyte. Same thing happened with Rise of Skywalker. It's just, our culture, there's a part of our culture that just won't accept a woman being a hero or a villain.
Yeah.
Or God forbid, like if, LGBTQ or whatever, like that they can't stand it for some reason. It's just, it's a problem. Like, so anyway, I just wanted to touch on that this series got review bombed from the start.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
it did. So, and for that reason, I really wanted it to do well naturally, right? Because she's African American young woman, and you just we rooting for her.
Yes, right? And a genius,
as Black community. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And she should hold weight in the MCU as one of the one of the smartest.
Yeah,
like Tony
about at her age.
Correct.
You know what I mean. She can do nothing but learn more.
Right.
From what I mean. So wanted it to succeed, particularly because of that, but also because Ryan Coogler's name is attached to it as executive producer. Right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Name speaks for itself.
Yeah.
We shouldn't we don't even have to dictate the resume.
You know who he is.
Yes.
By now.
I can't wait for my Sinners Blu-ray to come on Monday.
That's correct. Yeah. That's for sure.
Yes.
So for those reasons, I wanted it to succeed. So I waited to start it because I was going out of town and I wanted to have something to do on the plane. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Flying. So I downloaded it.
Right.
So I could watch it on mobile device. And
before you get into that, like the thing that I was starting to worry about before I even laid eyes on it was they were the way they put it out. So it's only a 6-episode series. They put 3 out on Tuesday night, and then the next 3 is this past Tuesday.
It's very telltale. It's not the
they did
Disney
the same with Echo.
Yeah.
And it's almost signaling this move to kind of like, well, we shot all of this stuff and we want to package it up and just get it out there and just get it on the streaming service. So that alone made me a little apprehensive.
Yeah, it's not the Disney way when dealing with a property that they care about, at least in the past.
Right. Well, and we're in the stock market, so we understand what's going on with Disney right now. Correct. There's a lot of I don't want to say restructuring, but they're trying to be more competitive with like the Netflixes of the world, right? Mm-hmm. So Bob Iger, the CEO,
who doesn't have much time left, and they're scrambling around looking for a successor.
And then he's made some comments publicly about Marvel, the MCU, and said, "Hey,
quality over quantity."
He said we need to get back to more quality over quantity. Yeah, because I mean, MCU was putting out so many different shows, and I think some of that came from when we got into COVID. They had to change their strategy, so they dovetailed it into television because they were rocking and rolling with the movies. Mm-hmm. But when COVID hit, it was like, okay, well, how do we shift? And how do we stay relevant even in this time where we're just not sure how we're going to get our content to the people?
Right.
So they started this aggressive television schedule, and we've gotten, out of those shows, I don't know which ones really hit. Miss Marvel was good to me. Yeah.
I don't think it got too much hate, but it wasn't just like, oh my God, this is great, that either.
Yeah. Secret Invasion, oh my goodness. Like that's a whole nother conversation there. But yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to set that up too, that it goes along with that whole thing of like, let's just get this out. Mm-hmm. Almost kind of cleaning up shop and reorganizing the MCU.
Yeah. And in so doing, when you're cleaning up, that suggests that you're throwing things out.
Correct. And like you said, with Loki, you got one episode every week, here's 3, and then here's another 3. Mm-hmm. Like, let's hurry up and get this.
Released 2 to start.
Correct.
Right? And then after that, it was 1.
Right.
See?
And then there was a surprise one where it was like a 2-episode deal.
Yeah.
But that made sense because it was almost like a little gift they were giving you.
Yeah, they don't usually drop bundles.
Right.
Right, because the issue, and again, you said, because we're in the market, we learned about this stuff. The term churn is used in the streaming world. And basically what churn is we've all done it, right? We all hang on to a streaming service long enough to watch what we want, and then we cancel.
Right.
And then we pick it up whenever we want, when it's something else we want, or another season of what we finished 2 years ago is back.
Right.
And churn is showing up a lot on the balance sheet, on the income statement, and and they don't like that. They want consistency.
Yeah.
In their subscribing community.
Yeah.
They don't want you to cancel. They want that money. So usually when they do that, a strategy, when they know that, a strategy is to trickle it out. So you can't cancel until it's over. We got you for at least however many months this show goes.
And if we feel confident about it, we'll have something that's coming right behind it.
That way you can't quit. But the way it is now, like if you wanted to just see Ironheart, there's nothing out there right now for you as an MCU fan.
Eyes of Wakanda is coming.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. If you're an MCU fan, like Eyes of Wakanda would be the next up.
Right. But that's not MCU. That's
it. Well, it's
I'm still struggling with this animation being blended with the movie.
Well, Eyes of Wakanda, and again,
I'm still struggling with that
I'm not trying to derail, but Eyes of Wakanda it's more about the history of Wakanda
Yeah.
and how they kept their culture protected.
Right.
So
it's still canon to a degree.
Yes, it's canon. Yes.
Okay. I got you.
Right. And then what if I have a feeling that what if is going to play big in Doomsday. Anyway, we can derail all day about this stuff because the tissue is all over the place.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So back to Ironheart.
Yeah. So Ironheart. I'm on the plane, and I get through the first episode, bro. I was like, oh no. This is bad.
What's bad? What's bad about it?
So I guess we just need to go through the first episode and kind of just set it up. Right? So it takes place after the events of Wakanda Forever, obviously. Right? So she's back in Chicago, where she's from.
Back at MIT, actually.
Yeah.
Starting off.
Yeah, starting off. I'm sorry.
Yes.
At MIT.
That's an important point.
Yes, MIT. She is in a program where, they're allowing her to flex her expertise and build and create or whatever, but she needs revenue to, I guess, elevate her designs, right? Like, she articulates this, for the AI, she literally said she needs billions. That's what she needs.
Yeah. Do you feel like that was written to kind of signal her impatience? Because I can only imagine if you're in a program like that, you would get funding if your project.
But not billions, I don't think.
There's somebody out here that's building a suit that's similar to Tony Stark's. Okay, but go ahead. Keep going.
It seemed like Stark Industries would kind of be.
Hey, come on.
To the cause.
Come to the Stark.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but basically, she made the AI that she needs is so dope that she needs a lot of money. So she starts selling her services in the form of, like, I guess, homework, right? Like, to projects and stuff to students.
Yes.
Are not as talented as she.
Right.
And so she's selling that stuff. She gets in trouble. They find out about it.
Right.
And she's kicked out of school.
Well, she gets into trouble because she caused an accident in the lab, and the professor gets hurt. But then
that too.
That added
is compounded.
That was the last straw.
Right. There was a lot of stuff going on.
Right.
So they had to let it go. Like, you're more trouble than you're worth.
Mm-hmm.
Even with her level of genius,
right?
You gotta go.
Yeah.
So she steals the suit that she's working on and flies out of MIT with a stolen suit, for one.
Right.
So there's that. Flies back to Chicago, I guess, to try to start over. And that's pretty much where everything begins, because now...
And wrecks the suit.
wrecks the suit, yeah, because the AI is not responding.
It started glitching.
Yeah, it started glitching really bad. Pretty much letting you... substantiating her claim that her AI is not good. And I need...
This is a really geeky...
I need billions of dollars.
This is a really geeky notice, but it's funny that they made the AI look like... what was that? Clippy?
They did.
Yeah.
That was kind of a shot.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Right.
It's kind of a shot.
And that was Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Yeah.
Clippy.
Clippy, yeah. The paper clip like with eyeballs. Yeah.
Yeah. So she crashes the suit, whatever. And she gathers up the sad remains of stolen suit and drags it to the house. And, her house on the south side of Chicago.
Yeah, she meets Landon, random kid.
Random dude
with a wagon.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Random dude.
All right, I'm following.
Yep. Little kid.
Mm-hmm.
What was he selling?
I don't know.
He had product I don't know what he was doing. He had a wagon.
It wasn't drugs.
No, it was not. No. He was an upstanding young man.
Yes. That would be stereotypical.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be terrible.
Yes.
Yeah. Wasn't selling dope. So
But what was he selling though?
I don't remember what was in that wagon.
Now layers. Sorry.
Here we go.
No, sorry.
Here we go.
No, I'm joking.
Chico stick.
Anyway.
Freeze cups.
My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. So you're on the plane and you're still
I'm like, okay.
You haven't caused any problems on the plane so far.
I'm like,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
She stole a suit. Okay, she's a criminal.
Right.
All right. There we go.
Yep.
So she needs this money. She's complaining. Man, she needs his money. So
Can I also point out when she crashes,
yeah,
she captures the attention of one Parker Robbins just randomly.
Yeah, because she's flying before she crashes, and
Right.
they see
it
because she doesn't. She's not like very clandestine about her stuff. Like she's, it's funny that this universe is one where iron suits in the sky is just like seeing a Southwest plane. you just look up here. Oh, okay, there's somebody in an iron suit. That must be Riri.
Right. But she captures his attention through the crash, and somehow he's able to connect the dots and go,
that must be Riri.
Yes. Okay.
Without question.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what we're doing.
Okay.
Because everybody knows the young genius. Everybody knows Riri.
Yes.
So she needs money.
Mm-hmm.
This guy you're talking about reaches out to her. And I guess she's in a little convenience store or whatever, trying to buy something. And John is Parker's boy.
Yeah.
Because he saw, they were together when they saw Riri flying through the city or whatever and stuff. So, he then goes in there and says, your money is no good here. I'm saying that whole, let us build a rapport before I recruit you. And that's when the recruiting came, because in his mind, now help me with this. How did he know that she needed money?
Good question.
He just rolled up on her.
Right.
Now, okay, I'll say this. Devil's advocate. Okay. They had already set up the group that they're a part of. This group that Parker and John are a part of are these little ragtag geniuses who basically Robin Hood. They rob from billionaire tech moguls.
Yeah, they're Ocean's 11, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Each person has a skill. There's
correct.
Yeah, you have the two sisters that are pretty much the blood. In the comics, there was twins called the Blood Brothers.
Yeah, and they mimic that.
Yeah. So it's two sisters, and they can fight, and they're the muscle.
Right.
And then you have Clown, who is the explosives expert. And then John, they just call it HR. Cousin John is HR. And he's a cousin to Parker Robbins. Parker Robbins is the Hood. The Hood, he has this mysterious hood that gives him these powers and abilities, and he can cloak himself and all that stuff. And then you have Slug, who is the hacker. And then you have Rampage, played by Eric Andre. Yeah. That was the was he like the engineer? Yeah. So you see them on a job first, and then
that guy,
he messes up, and it's like, oh, well, we need somebody else. Yeah. Who would that be?
Oh, and then we see Riri flying. The recruitment begins. So that's what it was. Yes. It wasn't that they thought they knew she was broke. They had a job opening potentially. Correct. Because dude wasn't getting it done.
Right.
So he presents, the
and she wasn't in Prada buying something, so he figured, if you buying something from the convenience store,
and you struggling, let me help you.
Yeah, you got Landon rolling with you. Yeah.
Pulling wagons of annihilators and Jolly Ranchers
and suits. Yes. Yes.
With the suit.
With a suit. Yes.
Yeah. So they're okay. So now, not only is she a criminal, she has a stolen suit, man. She stole a suit. It wasn't her suit.
Right. Well, I mean, she made it.
Property of the school.
Of MIT, yes.
Come on.
Right.
You can't take off with it.
Right.
After you've been expelled.
Right.
You've been kicked out of school.
Yes.
You got to leave that there. Just like when you leave your job, you don't get to leave with any of the intellectual property, anything you built, anything you coded, anything you've written, anything, none of that.
Yeah.
You got to stay there. You don't get to walk out with the monitor.
One thing I found funny was if I was in that situation, I wouldn't go home because my parents would kill me.
Yeah. They seem to be all right with it because they knew about it already.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh,
even though she tried to hide it. Yeah.
Oh, we already knew you got kicked out of school. Come on in here and get some of this corn and whatever we eat. Dinner's ready. Like what? Okay. Yeah.
Corn and incense.
Yeah.
She had roots. She had roots on her.
We burn incense in the south side of Chicago.
Okay.
So there's that. So she's a criminal. A criminal organization is recruiting her.
Right.
And there it is.
Yes.
So without getting in all
The
particular, she gets the job or whatever, and she's introduced to the people, and they open up a bag of money, which I'm certain wasn't the billions that she.
This is after they did a job.
Yeah.
That she did. Yeah. Was that Tunnel?
Tunnel.
Yeah.
One of the yep. So yeah.
That was a play off of what, Elon Musk?
I don't know.
Because he has a company called the Boring Company, and he builds tunnels. And he built, I think he's built a tunnel in like LA.
Well done.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't. Okay.
Right.
The CEO was a woman, so I didn't.
Right.
They tried to stay away from too many similarities there.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, now she's part of a criminal organization.
That's what I immediately thought.
Yeah. Criminal organization.
Right.
And a bag of money. And she takes her little bag of money and she goes home. And here's where it's already bad, right? Like the dialogue is bad. The dialogue is everything. The writing.
Well, there's a sequence where they're dancing with the money. They're throwing it in the air, making it rain, and she's dancing, and that kind of threw me off a little bit. I got to admit. I'm old. So yeah. I think if I make money, I ain't throwing it in the air. Yeah, it's going in my pocket and
they're all young
investing
tech
it.
Geniuses, yeah.
Yes.
They're all young tech geniuses.
Okay.
But she gets her little piece, her little cut. And it's enough to build her little suit without a lab in her little in her little bedroom.
Well, yeah. So not that we're doing this play by play, but I think it's important to lay out some of it and then we get to it. But Parker puts pressure on her. It's like, hey, we're about to do this job, we need
a suit.
We need a suit
in 24 hours.
Yeah, in 24 hours.
In 24 hours.
So basically taking that damaged suit from MIT and then finding junkyard parts and whatever.
And making a suit.
And making a suit.
Complete with AI.
Correct. So in that 24-hour period, she gets stuff from the junkyard.
No lab.
Does she meet Ezekiel at this point? Or is that might have been before?
No.
Okay.
I don't think she didn't meet him yet.
Right. But for some reason, I guess she had this cooking on her laptop. She wanted to download AI that was based on her brain pattern. So she puts these nodes on her head and then she falls asleep, draws all the energy from the south side. Like power goes out because it's so powerful.
Yeah.
And when she wakes up, it's her friend that has passed away along with her dad. Her stepdad. And her friend was named Natalie.
Yeah.
So now that her suit is able to project the AI in a visual way, and I think that's a writer's way of showing that she can interact with this AI without it being inside of the suit. It's outside of the suit,
3D
and it's
holographic representation.
It's a hologram.
Of her best friend
Right.
that she accidentally created.
Right.
And she was mad about it.
Right.
To the point where
I can understand that a little bit.
I don't.
Well, I see what you're saying, but her intentions was not to have her be the AI. So I get that part. And then the fact that she shows up, it's freaking her out because that's her
But
dead
he
friend.
treated her like someone she did not like. To the point where she was just like, this is messed up. I need to shut this down. You know, I mean, really treating her like somebody that she did not like.
Yeah.
Rather than thinking, man, that's kind of dope what I did. It's not what I expected, but this is amazing.
Yeah, there's two ways. I totally see what you're saying, and I'm not defending this by any means. Don't get me wrong.
And mind you, no money, by the way.
Is that, and I'm posing a rhetorical question, is that like just trauma? Like, okay, obviously Natalie is on her mind.
Had all the memory.
Right.
The AI was so dope. Man, come on, man. This is where it lost me, man. I mean,
right.
There's no way in hell. Like, the AI was so dope that it had every single memory
right.
of her passed on friend. Like, she could tell them what they used to do growing up, and like, she had memories.
Mm-hmm. But it would have been through, I would assume it would be through Riri's mind, though, right? Not, we're thinking too hard about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
basically the AI was just way, way, way too advanced.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a stretch.
Man. Like,
right.
dude, this is not believable. And I get it, it's all make believe. Like, nothing that Tony Stark did made sense. Like, but contextually, it ain't working. It's not working. It's not working. And the fact that you are angry that it happened instead of trying to figure out how you can, that right there is a moneymaker. You can figure out how you did that.
Right.
You're set. Right? You're set.
Right.
Now, like, if you show that to somebody, you patent that.
Right.
You're set.
Yes.
You don't have to rob. You created a living, walking, sentient AI. This isn't AI that has, a large language model with a lot of data sitting in it. This thing is walking and talking, and the only exception is that your hand can pass through her because it's a holographic projection.
Right.
Do you know what kind of dollar that would command?
Yeah. Even her mom was like, hey, can you make me a Gary?
Are you kidding me? Right.
Her stepdad.
Like, I'm back in the lab tomorrow thinking about somebody else.
Well, all right.
Like,
so,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here?
So for the purposes of this show.
So stupid. This show is so stupid.
Yeah, that was, I struggle with that a little bit. And let me ask you this: since you read the comic series, was that in the comics?
Natalie wasn't walking around. Natalie was just like Friday, and
but it wasn't her friend or anything like that.
No, it was her friend. A lot of that stuff was similar. If I'm not mistaken, I have to check it. But I believe there was a friend connection. But she, as far as her walking around in a projection, no, that wasn't a thing.
Okay, so that was
it
Natalie.
It was like Jarvis Friday.
Right. But she had an emotional connection to her AI in the comics.
Yeah, to a degree, but nothing like this.
Yeah.
Nothing like this. I mean,
so she created the AI and said, hey, I'm going to just call it Natalie, just in honor of her friend.
Yes.
Like her friend had passed away in the book.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's right.
Okay.
That's right. It's been a minute, but I think that's right.
Okay. So they're kind of touching on the source material. But they're expanding it.
Yeah.
To a no pun intended.
Yeah. So it's doing a whole lot, and it just doesn't make much sense to me. Like, she's broke out here, and she's got that thing going for her, and then she has a direct line to Wakanda that she just refuses to use. To you know what I'm saying? Like, you literally helped Wakanda avoid complete and utter decimation from a foreign attack.
Right.
You and Shuri bonded. You all are friends. You have them as a resource.
So let me ask you this, and I know
But
this is
she would
only the
rather
one.
do
This is
crime in
episode one.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to go into the rest
We're
of it.
not.
This is
We're
just
not.
the setup. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But let me ask you this. Do you think the writers were trying to, and I'm just posing this question. I don't know the answers to this, but I just want to pose a question. Do you think the writers were trying to make Riri into this person that, hey, I'm already a genius. I know it. I'm bored. I just need, like, they kept focus on, well, I need to make a suit that's iconic. And I understand she's saying that, but I guess we have to assume that, I guess the assumption is, okay, we're in the MCU, so Tony Stark creates Iron Man, and he's died, and that has ramifications in the MCU. I mean, like, even in Spider-Man, you got murals of him and stuff. So I just felt like that was missed a little bit, where she kept saying iconic, iconic, iconic. And it was just like, okay, well, but I think the point I'm trying to make is, do you feel like the writers were trying to paint a caricature of Riri where she's super smart, so smart that that's a pro and a con? And what I mean by that is, if you're a genius, you tend to not listen to anybody else. And you feel like, and in your mind, you feel like, well, I'm the resource, not anybody else. Now, to your point, she visits Wakanda and sees how dope they are in terms of resources. I don't understand why you wouldn't go, well, hey, let me put two and two together. And
especially after it was revealed her quote unquote motivation behind wanting to build this suit.
Right.
Like, literally wanted to protect her family because she felt powerless against the attack against her friend and her stepdad.
The other thought too is, not to cut you off, so I guess the other suit wasn't iconic enough in Wakanda Forever, I guess.
So, I mean, that suit was better than anything that she had. Like,
right.
So with the gravity of that,
right,
you may need to go back overseas and figure out what I can do.
Or just make a phone call.
Yeah, I would say at worst,
send me a care package or something.
But then the writers, knowing that the viewers have enough sense to say, hey, Wakanda's an option.
Right.
The writers then purposely take that off the table.
Right.
And scoff at the idea in a conversation that she's having with her AI about it, because the AI, Natalie, suggests it.
Right.
And she was like, oh, I'm just going to call Siri and tell her I need this,
Shuri.
and that. Sure, I'm sorry. Siri. Shuri, and be like, yeah, I need to, and then intimated that Shuri would have hung up on her. Really? No, I don't believe that.
Right.
But it was the writers,
because they had a whole adventure together.
She helped save her land.
Right.
She won't take your phone call. Are you kidding me?
Right.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
Is that a place, again, not going to the defense, is that a place where you feel like Marvel, because, I've listened to some behind the scenes, and, whenever there's a Marvel property, there's a writer writing an initial script, right? And then there's the levels of, I guess, what you would call approval, where you get notes and then you shape the script again and all that stuff. Do you feel like this was a point where that seemed like an obvious, like, tissue connection thing? Like, maybe we don't see Shuri, but we might get a little Wakanda action here, or a care package from Wakanda or something to advance the story.
Not hard.
Right.
Not hard.
Right.
We understand that there are time constraints. You can't get over to Africa and all that. That's fine.
Right.
But man, something.
Right.
Something. Wisdom. Something.
Right.
Shuri been in this game. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Right. So that was something that, so for you in receiving this, that was something that you were just like,
yeah,
like
man. At this point, it was like, you know what, man, this show, man. This is crazy. Because the whole time I'm saying, Wakanda, Wakanda, Wakanda. And then they just kind of slapped you in the face with no.
Right.
No. Another
Which
instance,
is a choice.
Yeah.
Definitely a choice.
But another instance of Marvel taking people off the board. You know what I'm saying?
Because it would be too much. The technology would be too dope. Which makes sense. You know, all of a sudden now she has vibranium armor and.
But you're still leaning on she's going up against magic.
True.
So not really.
Right.
Because magic is the enemy here.
So let's talk about the hood and the magic component.
The hood.
Parker Robbins.
Just barely less unlikable than Riri Williams' character. And because he's supposed to be unlikable because, you know, he's the villain.
Right. But he was actually, the interesting part was he was pretty likable for most of the series till we got to episode 4.
It got ridiculous.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And let's touch on that for a second. So they do another heist, and it was of, what was it? Plants. It was
the greenhouse guy.
Yeah, there was some greenhouse guy, and he did something through technology where he made all of these like
mushrooms
dope plants.
and stuff.
Yeah, these plants. And they were trying to rob that place, and at the same time, Riri was having her suspicions about the hood.
Right.
See, that was the other thing that was
because
causing
Homeboy got murdered.
Yes, because
Rampage got murdered.
Right, but
and she suspected that he was responsible.
Yes, but refresh my memory. She didn't really know about him until I guess the other crew member said something about it. And she was like,
she's like, what? Yeah, right. Yeah. Then the research began. You know, okay.
Yeah, it was almost like her motivation it didn't seem as I feel like there was a missed opportunity there. Yeah. Like, it just felt like, okay, well, her motivation of being suspicious of Parker, I mean, she's already in on the crew with them, so it's kind of like, well...
How about being suspicious because y'all are criminals?
Well, that too, but
y'all are criminals.
Right.
Like, I understand robbing the rich, but you're robbing.
Right.
That's the first thing.
Right. And she seems to be okay with it.
As long as she's getting paid.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. So anyway, she's suspicious of the hood. So during the heist, she meets Zeke.
Yes.
What's his name? She meets John McGillicuddy.
John
Have a seat, Wally. John McGill.
Are you kidding me, man?
John McGillicuddy.
You done named this man McGillicuddy?
I'm sorry.
Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, yeah.
Okay, please.
It's like you heard that dude's name and you like, nah, that ain't homie's name.
Right.
Who is this dude for real?
Right. So she meets him. She meets him, and he doesn't want to have anything to do with tech, and that was weird.
And blah blah blah.
Yeah, he hates it.
I hate it.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, what's wrong with this guy?
Right.
So doesn't even want to touch metal. Doesn't want to touch metal or tech whatsoever. I guess it's in the McGillicuddy blood. I
guess so.
But anyway, she gets this like laser cutter where she can like laser off a piece of the hood's hood.
Yeah,
his cape. So she can study it. Yes. So somehow that'll be able to point to how he killed Rampage.
Yeah, and how he's yes.
Question marks, because that didn't sound right when I said it.
No, right, exactly. But that's exactly what this is. What you said is what it was.
Okay, so
She
that
wants to
being
know
said,
what the power behind his hood is allowing him. Yeah.
yes. So in her doing that, she fumbles the heist because it was very like one thing had to do with the other.
Yeah, it just fell apart.
Yeah, she raised the temperature of the room or something like that.
Something
She used tech in a greenhouse. That sounds stupid when I just said it.
Listen to you. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like this whole thing was written.
Yeah, so she used tech
So
and there was a certain like level or whatever. She cuts the hood.
Yeah, like a little shred of it.
And anyway, it jacks up the whole heist. They're supposed to be in and out.
Right.
Well, then the place starts shutting down automatically
and pumping in carbon dioxide.
Right.
Sealing
To
them
help
in.
to help the plants.
Right.
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 So she, her and John get into it, and John finds out, oh, you're trying to figure out some things.
Yeah,
you
the hood. I didn't like you in the first place. Remember, they had a run in before.
Right. So we're in episode 3 now, guys. So series of events. John gets left inside of the facility. Riri has the ability to get him out because she's not in the suit, but she has the ability to get him out. Just open the door and let him out.
At one point, the suit came.
The suit came, and
because Natalie flew in.
Right.
And then she got in the suit.
Right, and then flew off
out the door, but left him left him sealed in there.
Right. So by the time we get to the end of episode 3, Riri has caught a body.
Yeah, okay, correct. So she's stolen the suit.
Yes.
She's in a criminal organization, and she's murdered someone.
Right. So now it dawns on her, oh, wait, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, and again, they got me because I was like, okay, this is episode 3.
Yeah.
4, 5, and 6 are this is gonna iron itself out some kind of way because now she's understanding the error of her ways.
Right. Yeah. But she's still
4, 5,
an
and
angry,
6,
hateable person.
Right.
The whole time. Like, her attitude and her... You can't write a person like this and they as a protagonist and they stay that way throughout.
Even as a protagonist, you have a body on you, and there was no redemptive arc for that. Like it was just like, well, John just caught
just caught it. Died
right. It was basically
she cried a little bit.
She had a panic attack.
Yeah,
which was a whole nother thing they tried to paint that she had a panic. She was having panic attacks.
That's right. Yeah.
And that wasn't even really. I felt like they just wedged that in there. There wasn't like, okay, they set it up like, okay, she has panic attacks.
No, it just was thrown in there.
Right.
There was no history.
Right.
Prior to that.
Right.
That would suggest that was coming at some point.
Right. I think that's where I would say when I got to 3, my hopes were up that they would turn a corner. And I think by 3, we found out that Joe McGillicuddy is actually Ezekiel Stain.
Yeah, Obadiah.
Obadiah Stain's son. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't want to touch
tech. Scraps, that guy.
Right.
His son.
Doesn't love tech, but still had a warehouse full of tech.
Whole silo full of it.
Yeah, like missiles and all kinds of things. Okay.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, well, maybe... And this is me trying to make it work, because here's the thing. I wanted this to succeed.
Man.
Like, really bad. Like,
real bad.
Like, I think Ironheart can really be a character that could... Nobody can replace Tony Stark, but they could have done a new lane with Riri on this.
Here's the thing. You asked me about the comic book earlier.
Right.
And that kind of reminded me one of the things about the comic book that I didn't like. It's very difficult to find someone for Riri to be at odds with to the point where she needs an iron suit of, you know what I'm saying? Like Iron Man you got it in one because there was this defense thing, and everybody wanted a suit.
Right.
You had to have something. I think they have problems creating adversaries for Riri. Like, and what are the stakes involved?
Right.
And I think that's why they went with magic this time. Because if I'm not mistaken, magic was the issue in I think the enemy was similar. There was because like I said, they didn't finish it and that didn't really get the payoff.
Right.
Because it was just.
I think they took a lot from the source material.
I think they did. They did because that hood was familiar.
Right.
That was in the book.
Right.
So I think it's tough. Because why do you need an iron suit in Chicago? Other than
you're protected at least.
That's for sure. I mean, other than street toughs,
right?
That's Batman stuff, right?
Right.
Like, to a point where you really wouldn't need. You know what I mean? It would feel like overkill.
Right.
So there needs to be something that is worthy of her, I guess, might in that suit.
So we're here. It's Riri and the Hood.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So
magic is always a problem.
Right.
There's always this tech versus, and that's a Marvel thing now.
Right.
Tech versus magic.
Right.
And what do they do? Define magic as science. What is it? Science unexplained or something like that.
Correct.
That's
right.
That's how tech people, that's how the magic people describe it. Right. So
right. So okay. So staying on the magic piece, and I just got to tell the folks, like, we're talking about this in detail because we're trying to lay out what the issues were instead of just going full blown. We hate this.
Yes.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Because you don't want to say I hated it. We want to say what were the things we found problematic. Where were the inequities?
Right. Yeah. So in terms of the magic piece, and getting to the end. So in episodes, I can't remember which episode. It was in the 4, 5, and 6 one. I think it was like 4. She meets Zelma. Well, sorry, Zelma's mom was in the first episode, and she's the one with the incense and doing all this. And you never thought, well, okay, she knows magic.
Right.
So she goes to the store with her mom. Her mom brings her to the store.
Here we go.
And then all of a sudden, it's like the floor drops out. No pun intended.
Yeah, and then they just kind of
flipped it, and it's like, okay, we're in a dimension now.
Yeah.
Right. We're in some magical dimension.
Out of the blue, no warning.
Yeah.
Ned making portals.
Yeah. So now there's Zelma.
Yep.
So now it's like, okay, well, there's a magic component.
Yep.
And they need Zelma's help to figure out,
she's a sorcerer of that's had training.
Okay.
To a degree.
Yes. From where?
Didn't say.
Okay. All right.
Never said. Why? Why? We don't need to. It's the MCU.
Yeah, I know.
We don't need to explain.
Maybe it's the same one Ned went to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or his mom or his grandmom or whoever dabbled. Yeah, everybody's dabbling in the sorcerer
supreme territory.
This ain't crocheting, bro. You don't dabble in this.
Right. You got to be.
What is this?
Yeah, you got to be 10 toes down in this magic thing.
You don't even get introduced to nothing like that until you. They had to go get Doctor Strange. He had to go to the academy.
Right.
You can't just dabble.
Right.
It ain't made available to you like that.
Correct. So anyway, they enlist her help to find out what's going on with the Hood.
Yes.
And
can you analyze this piece of cloak?
Right. And they finally say, well, hey, it's Dormammu or whatever.
This is some stuff
tissue.
You don't want.
Yes.
Oh, tissue.
Yes. Oh.
Remember Dormammu from
Doctor Strange,
Doctor Strange.
It's like, okay.
And then they're all scared now.
Right.
Oh, you don't want to get rid of this immediately.
Right. So Riri has the brilliant idea, well, I need to make another suit.
Right.
Because I need to fight the Hood because
he's magic.
Because what?
Because I got to get him before he gets me. because now she thinks,
because he's tried to kill her.
Yeah, he killed dude.
Yes,
he killed Rampage.
Yes, and then let's touch on this.
And she botched the thing,
right?
The heist,
right?
So now she feels like,
well, no, we're skipping over one last thing. So somehow the Hood gets Zeke and puts bionics on him.
Yeah, but that was later, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Right, because Zeke starts. She had to fight Zeke, up,
and he got him, and then the Hood got him out of jail.
Correct. And put bionics on him.
Yeah, put bionics on him, and now he's like a marionette.
Now he's in the comic books. I know that for sure. Yeah. In the Ironheart comics.
Yeah.
So, Zeke has a bionic body now, which the Hood can control
with his voice and stuff.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. The reason I'm posing that question is I don't understand, like, the Hood really he was robbing the rich.
Yes.
He wasn't. I think the thing I struggle with is Riri killed his boy. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's as simple as that. He killed his friend and he wanted payback.
Yeah.
And it's just weird that it's like, okay, well, I mean, he was already evil.
Yeah, they really had no reason to fight, is what you
right.
There was no. It felt really fabricated. Like, why do you have to fight this guy?
Right.
Why are you so worried about that? I mean, yeah, the cloak is unsettling.
Yes.
Now, if you were on some,
but he wasn't killing a lot of people either. She was
just on some. He got this cloak. He probably shouldn't have it because he's not. You know what I'm saying? I got to get. If she felt like it was a matter of public safety or something,
right?
I got to get this cloak from him because he's a dangerous human being. He can't be on the streets with this cloak. That's the only thing I could draw from that. This whole I got to take him down kind of movement.
Right. Yeah, I struggle with that. So anyway, she's like, well, we gotta fight magic with magic. So somehow Zelma is able to do this rune, or they build a new suit out of the car that Shuri sent. Shuri sent that after Wakanda Forever. This same car, but somehow her mom bought it back.
I thought she had it already. Where did it go? Like, all of a sudden,
apparently she sold it.
That's right. She said she sold it because she needed money to build her suits, and so her mom somehow got the car back.
The money to buy the car back.
Got the car back.
Yeah.
What?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, I know it sounds like we're picking, but man,
it has to be done. It has to be done.
Yeah,
it has to be done,
tough.
Man. Like, dude, I mean, your point was made. You can't say I hate it and then turn the mic off. This story was all over the place, incoherent, plot holes everywhere. And when you get to the fight with the Hood, there's more issues.
Right. Now, one plus, whatever she did with that suit.
The design is amazing.
The design is amazing.
The black with red trim was all that.
And even the suits before that, like all the fighting scenes and the flying scenes were amazing.
Not enough.
Right. So anyway, we're fast forwarding through this. She fights the Hood.
Yeah. The Hood is getting the better. Wait, the Hood is getting the better of her.
Right. He turns into a demon.
Yeah. Yeah, because they have to amplify him. He has to go full Goku Super Saiyan in order for a battle at the end to be climactic enough and worthy of Marvel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It got to be that.
Right.
He hadn't done it all show. And so now he's doing some new stuff.
Right.
Because you remember they showed him talking to the issuer of the Hood, and there's been more power transferred.
Right. Yeah.
So now he's doing this stuff, whooping Riri.
Right.
To the point where she had to, execute the emergency protocol.
Right.
And in which
everything blows up.
Everything explodes.
Right.
Pieces of the suit everywhere.
Right.
She's out of the suit, plain clothes, down on one knee or whatever, in the defeat posture.
Right.
My man draws down 2 guns.
Right.
John Wick style, about to put her down.
Right.
After his little, they got to give the enemy, the
monologue.
Monologue. Yeah, he go monologue for 30 seconds to a minute about, yeah, you thought you had me and blah, blah, blah. So he busts 2 shots in her torso. They go right through the same way that they showed all season.
Right, with Natalie.
With Natalie. If you pass through your hand, hologram.
Mm-hmm.
Riri's a hologram. So she looks up at him and says, yeah, cool hologram, huh? Suggesting that the suit, too, was a hologram. And then her suit comes out of nowhere, piloted by, the real Riri in the suit.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough.
I about threw my shoe at this. You spent all season with the hologram.
Right.
Not physically, not a physically tangible entity.
Right.
But then you show him fighting, punching, scratching, slamming this hologram all over the room.
Yes. It pains me to it pains me to talk about this, man.
He was fighting a hologram, grabbing it physically.
Right. Yeah.
Bro, I was done, man. I was like, I can't believe I wasted time on this.
Yes. But since you're here in pure Marvel fashion, there's always that thing at the end. You want to talk about that real quick?
Yes, let's do that.
So,
that good tissue.
We find out that it's not Dormammu.
No.
Yeah, it is Mephisto.
Mephisto, a highly anticipated enemy in the Marvel universe. By
fans have been clamoring for it.
They've been hollering at it. They've been waiting for him through Agatha and Doctor Strange and WandaVision. They've been waiting on anything that involved magic. We were looking for the Mephisto. So they decided to pick Ironheart.
Right.
And she sits down and has a conversation with him.
Right.
After having secured the cloak.
Right. And let's set up, and everybody has watched the series by now. They know. Yeah, they know that the Hood made a deal with Mephisto in order to get these powers and all that stuff. Yeah. To become stinking rich. And
greasy.
Yeah. Yeah. And we won't even talk about the interaction with his dad. That was painful to watch.
Oh my God.
Yeah. His dad just
said, I didn't want you. And I just didn't want a son. So what did he say? Now he was 9, 12. What did he say?
Yeah. His mom died. And the father was like, I don't want any kids. Yeah, I'm done.
He told him to his face, I just didn't want you. Really? That's how you gonna write that?
Right. Yeah.
That's.
Yeah. Didn't want you.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, Riri sitting down with Mephisto and just
Mephisto, as he does, likes to make
right.
deals.
So ultimately, she makes a deal with him, and then we see that they do the visual thing where it's like you're not sure if she made a deal or not. Right. Surely not. Our hero would make a deal with the devil.
Do that. No.
Right. But yet again, you see, and I can see what the writers were trying to do. That Riri is just this person that. And this is a depiction that I had trouble with, that she's just this person that's smart in one sense, but in the other sense, selfish,
arrogant, and narcissistic,
right?
Unlikable, the most unlikable protagonist I've ever watched in the Marvel universe. Just unlikable to the 10th degree, like 10th power, man. It is
right.
She was so written. She was written so annoying. The script made her so annoying.
Yeah, so basically she makes this deal with Mephisto, and I guess Mephisto sees that she just wants her friend back. So they show this sequence where Riri is in the lab and she's creating stuff, and then Natalie shows up and she thinks, oh, it's just a projection again.
Yeah.
Oh, I got my AI
Right,
back.
Yeah, because she lost it because
and
the
Natalie
suit
touches
couldn't
her and
handle-
she's like, oh, how are you touching me? And then she's real. Yeah.
Now she's real.
Yeah.
And then they show the possession, the demon possession, like in her arm.
I didn't see that part. So it was crawling up her arm.
Yeah, it was crawling up her arm, suggesting that now
You've made that deal.
Yeah, you
right.
made that deal, and now I am a part of you now. Kind of like how that it was spreading in the Hood's body,
right?
Slowly taking him over to where he had gotten crazy,
right?
And dependent upon,
right.
The evil was taking him over,
right?
Physically,
right.
And so now this entity is in her body as well,
right?
Now,
yes. And it seems to have left the Hood.
Yes, because he walked into the local magic shop looking to buy some otherworldly magic.
Right. From Zelma.
Like they have that, like as if he was just walking into the local McDonald's for a quarter pounder.
Right.
Like that, like you're not buying bread, bro.
Yeah.
At Kroger. This is
yeah, I don't know, man. Can
we?
Where do we go from here?
This is where we go.
There's not going to be an Ironheart. They're not going to do another Ironheart series, right?
The MCU is not afraid of throwing stuff away and just leaving it on the board. They don't care.
Is she going to show up in a movie with Mephisto now, or like what?
Well, she was such a bad protagonist. Might as well make her evil because she's unlikable. So let's just go ahead and make her a bad person. Evil Iron person, Iron Man woman. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Yeah, that's why. I love.
She's not. I thought you were trying to build Young Avengers here. Like she's possessed. Like that's not gonna happen. Like that was. You have her say no to that deal to provide what you mentioned earlier, a redemptive arc.
Right. Are they still? I guess they're still building the Young Avengers because I was thinking about that. I was like,
it's
man,
messed up because nobody wants to see them.
Right, because in Agatha, Wiccan is in from.
We don't want Kate Bishop. We don't want, Miss.
Well, we don't want them as 50-year-old.
We don't. We want the people we know.
Well, again.
You need to unlock your iPhone first.
Oh well.
You can do that in the contact.
That's some good. That's some good AI right there.
Yeah.
Is it projecting a hologram?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought you might have accidentally created an AI in your iPhone.
No. Yes. Thanks, Siri. Yeah. That ultimately, man, I really struggle with this one.
Same.
And
Same. It wasn't good. I didn't like it.
And I'm torn. I'm really, I struggle, and just, this is me just being African American. I struggle because I felt the same way about Black Lightning. That first season, amazing.
Wonderful.
And
for
then
TV,
right.
This turned into a bad WB series.
Right.
That's what this was. This was.
The dialogue was all over the place.
Terrible.
Right.
It felt like a 5-year-old wrote it.
Yeah, I think Dominique Thorne is perfect for
It's
Riri.
not her fault. It's not her fault.
Perfect casting for Riri.
You learn the script you're given.
I like Anthony Ramos, like as the Hood. I didn't have a problem with the casting of everybody.
Bro, it's the script you're given, man. And we're still in an age where Marvel said, hey, man, you want to be in something? Not too many people are turning it down. Why would you? It's work.
Right, and it increases your profile too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got Ryan Coogler's name on it, bro. Like, how
Right.
So, no, not the actors. Not the actress.
And that Ryan Coogler's name is on it. So, like, I'm automatically, I think, and this might be my fault, I came in with some expectations that he would have, and I know being executive producer
Can mean a lot of things.
could mean a lot of things. And I think there was this deep down hope that, he's going to influence this.
Script writing, yeah.
And he was probably busy doing Sinner, so he probably didn't have the time to work on it. But he supported it. He hired the writer, they hired the writers, and they had to pitch to Chinaka Hodge had to write, give her pitch to Marvel, and they granted her this. I don't know. I think my biggest question is, where did Marvel? I know Marvel gave them Mephisto because I think the original script did not have Mephisto in it. So my deeper question is, by injecting Mephisto in this, did it derail a lot of the original script? Like, how much of the script was...
Well, somebody had to supply the hood. I can't imagine that he was...
correct. Right.
I feel like he was a part of it from jump.
Right.
Kind of like what I was saying, man. You got to create something that requires...
Well, Mephisto wasn't part of the script originally. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, is that right?
Correct. He was not part of the script originally.
So who was the source of
Kevin Feige said, hey, y'all can have Mephisto. You can put Mephisto in here.
Yeah.
So they had to change the script to include him in there.
So it was completely...
So that's my question is, by adding this tissue... By adding the tissue to this, does it change the formula of the original script?
Yeah, but who's the source of the hood if not him then?
I don't know.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't know who else you could if you're gonna lean on magic.
Right.
It's got to be either Dormammu or
right. Well, in the comics, I think based on what I read, Mephisto wasn't part of his origin. It was like some just random demon. He ended up killing a demon and taking the hood and was granted the powers.
Okay.
It was just some random demon, and I don't know how he got in contact with the demon, but it's comic book. So, and that's the thing too. Like, I'm entering in this, suspending belief and knowing that this is all make believe, but I just. For some reason with Marvel lately, it's been a lot of like, you asking a lot. I'm willing to let some things go, but like, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's Ned whipping up portals. It's relationships that are built, and then it's like, yeah. Like in Thunderbolts,
loose ends everywhere, bro.
Right. Yeah. And it's just, I understand that things are connected, but like, you can't tell me if Yelena and Taskmaster have this relationship at the end of Black Widow, that when Taskmaster gets shot, Elena's like, whatever. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like that's if you're asking me to take the ride, I'm on the ride. So I remember that from the last movie. You have trained me that from the last movie to this is the tissue that I need to remember, right? Mm-hmm. So when you get to that point and you don't acknowledge the relationship, that's kind of insulting to me. You asked me to go on this ride. I'm on the ride. Like, so.
Forget that part.
Right. So like with this, I'm just kind of like, this is not going to go anywhere.
It's not going to go anywhere.
Maybe it'll happen 10 years in the future. And when I say 10 years in the future, like literally 10 regular years of movies, and then we'll figure out, oh, well, that's what happened to Riri.
You don't really have that kind of time, man, because she's Iron Man's replacement. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have that kind of time.
You don't have that kind of time because if we're not careful here, like you already see the audiences waning on these movies. Like you gotta, like, again, I'm not expecting everything to be a hit with Marvel, but man, like,
yeah. And
there was there's a diverse writers room, and I struggle with it because I know that that's intentional to have a diverse writers room. We don't get that.
Right.
In Hollywood, right?
Right.
But then you get this product and you just kind of like, it don't match. Like it,
You got
I it's just like, and again, I'm not trying to disrespect the head writer here, but like you get a Cord Jefferson that wrote one of the best like episodes in Watchmen.
Man.
You get a guy like that to lead the writer's room and have her like learn from him, and then and she still gets the executive producer credit, whatever they both co-executive producers, something. But
he was giving her a shot, man. Coogler was giving her a shot.
I know.
The Bay.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I get all of that, and I think that's beautiful, and I admire him even more for that.
For sure.
But I think that's the problem, man. It's like, okay, I get that, but like when I'm watching this, just as a viewer, not knowing who's in the writer's room and don't take everything off the table. Is this a good show?
Right.
Like, no, for me, no. I'm sorry, but no, I could not.
No.
I'm not going back to this.
Let's not act like writing isn't hard as hell.
It's hard.
It's hard. But what is,
and it's also hard when you have other people involved that that wasn't in your original vision in the first place.
But what is not is consistency after you've written a story. You've written a story. Now go back and check to see, does any of this make sense? Does any of this conflict with anything you've said before? Is this believable? Is this
continuity editor?
Continuity editor. Continuity coordinator. Whatever you call them. That is necessary because
hey guys, Riri killed somebody that's on her conscience, but she's not really, nothing is really eating at her for the rest of the series. It's just that one episode where she has a little cry like, oh, I did something bad.
Struggling for no reason after having a ticket to Wakanda when
the richest nation
and the most technologically advanced,
right?
And you are friends with the head engineer.
But there's a video. There's a
Black Panther.
Right. There's a video floating around where they talked about how Marvel has to depower. They have to depower the Hulk.
Yeah,
like he had to get a 2-piece from Thanos.
But that's what I'm saying.
And all of a sudden,
it's off the board. They can't. You don't have to do that. Like you said, just a phone call, man.
Right.
You gotta know. And the fact that you went out of your way to dismiss that.
Sure, he's on the call like, hey, we got some issues going on with the, Atlanteans. I'll send this, but hey, I'm busy.
We're still rebuilding.
Right.
But I got some stuff.
Right. Yeah. Well, no, the Atlanteans when she was in the mix, so never mind that.
Yeah.
But they're rebuilding, yes. Yeah. Or you left some of your tech, some of the ideas you had while we were cooking in Wakanda. Hey.
Can any of this help you?
Right.
Shuri would hang up on me.
Yeah. Okay. So apparently we both don't like this show.
No. No. And apparently there are those of us in our community that swear it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the culture community, man.
Well, again, I'm not criticizing anybody that likes this. Like Let
me stop.
Yeah, because I mean,
it's fine.
It's because art is subjective.
This is opinion. That's correct. Yeah,
But for us and people that are listening to us, there is a theme. We want Marvel to win.
We want Black Marvel stuff to win. We
want that to win, especially
the most. Like, dude, this ain't fun to say this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would rather rip something else.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This ain't what.
Right. Yeah, you're using Ironheart to do this, you know. Like I want the road paved so we can get like a Blue Marvel or like other
They
characters.
ain't gonna touch it.
Well, they might.
They ain't gonna touch
I don't
it.
know.
They ain't gonna touch it.
Yeah.
Not in this society.
Yeah.
Not now.
Yeah.
No. Go woke or go broke.
Yeah. And see, that's the other thing too. And we can end this, man.
Yeah.
Like that's the other thing too. Like, and that was a thing that people focus on too. Well, you know, and all these clowns out here were like, well, you know, that whole team she was with, it's just too woke. You know, they gender
LGBT
swapped.
community
They gender swapped the brothers, and it's like nobody read a book with the blood brothers in it. Like nobody knew what
no
Slug
idea who these
was.
people were.
Yeah, your reason for getting into comics was not Slug. Like, come on, man. Like,
They could have been all white,
yes,
and the story would have still been bad.
correct,
Doesn't matter.
right.
That wasn't. I had no problem.
Let's
with any
take
of
it a
them.
step further. If Riri Williams was, well, her name wouldn't be Riri if she was a white girl. But if you race swapped everybody and kept the same story, the
Terrible.
story's still bad.
Yep, wouldn't matter.
Right.
Too many holes and nope. Yep, broken rules. Yep, nope.
Yeah.
Wouldn't matter.
Yeah. Gosh, man.
Yeah. Come on, James Gunn. Superman come out. At the time of this recording is coming out next week. So come on, DC. Come on, DC.
I am. Yes.
This is the time. Strike now, baby, because it's looking bad over here in Disney. This is the time. You got to draw blood. They're down. They're on the mat. Kick them down. They down, DC. This is the time, man. They weak.
Gosh.
Stomp on their throat.
You
Woke up
want
this
you
morning.
so
Got yourself.
so
a
my Wally translation is Wally wants to encourage competition to make the products better on both sides.
But that's exactly right.
Right.
Because Marvel has ridden on this no competition. We don't have to do nothing, better than mediocre to get people in the seats, and they haven't had to. It's
Right.
just like EA and Madden.
Right.
We can put out the same garbage every year because nobody's making a game with NFL licensing.
Right.
We're the only comic book game in town.
Right. Do you
far as
think
movies are
Riri is going to
concerned.
be delegated to end credit scenes?
I don't know, man.
Because now she's attached
possessed.
she's attached to Mephisto that everybody loves. So is Mephisto her saving grace?
Yeah, because she's
No
gonna
pun
have, she's
intended.
gonna have to be in conversation with him pretty regularly, like the Hood was.
And everybody is clamoring for the devil for some reason, like in the MCU. But Doctor Doom's coming though. So
We on Spotify and wherever else you get your podcast. The Old Guard doing all that we can.
we're trying to keep it real out here,
Try
y'all.
to keep it real.
Yes.
We're not caping. We're not biased. All we want is quality.
Over quantity.
That's it.
Yes.
Give us your thoughts.
Yes. I
Reach
would love to
out.
hear. Yes. Comment
Tell us
on the
what you
website. We'll revisit this because
I dare you to tell me that this was a coherent story. And I'll listen to you.
yes.
Let us know. Till next time. Don't make
Peace.
no deals with the devil.